Hi guys, welcome to another video. My name is Lizzie and today I'm doing a another speed paint of a character of mine. I find it weird saying like original character or OC. Technically she is, but I've been writing her now since I was 15, so 2010. So quite a while, 8 years, that's kind of crazy. Basically her name is Audery and she is a pretty awesome character. I think she's got a lot of flaws, but I love her to bits, and this is my speed paint of her. I decided I wanted to do a speed paint of her because there are so many times where I've tried to draw her over the years and it's never looked right. And I'm going to be honest, this doesn't look right either. Her face doesn't look right, but I'm still trying, and I thought I would share with you my journey in trying to see if she looks right. Maybe in a year or so, or in a few years on this YouTube channel, you will see a speed paint where I'll go, yes, that is how she looks. But we'll see if that ever happens. In terms of the pose, I know it's very, very stiff. I need to work on poses and not stiff poses, and her clothing, you know what she's wearing, it's fairly simple. It's nothing too over the top. This is what she's wearing at a certain point in her life. I believe she's around about 23, 24 here, where she is right now. So, you know, she's at this point, she's wearing very simplistic clothing. So I thought, why not do that? There's other points in her life where she's a bit more complicated, but this is what I thought I would go with. And she wears her hair back in a French plait. So I decided to do that over the shoulder. There are so many things, when I do every video, there are so many things that I'm like, yeah, I need to work on that. So it's definitely given me a lot to work towards, that's for sure. And again, I'm still working out how to use everything, really. I know I say it all the time, but that's just how it is. That's how it is at the moment. Her face is the hardest thing because I have a very clear image in my head of what she looks like, and I am not skilled enough in any way to replicate that. So every single time I try and do an image of her, it never ever looks right because it's not how she looks. There's another character that I have called Kayleen, who is a lot different. I find that even though my skill level is obviously still the same, I feel like with Kayleen, it's so much easier for me to sketch her and draw her and stuff. I find her a lot easier of a character to translate onto paper or onto screen. I might do a speed paint of her if you guys are interested in that. She's a really cool character. She's in my head at the moment, she's about 13, 14, but she's a really interesting character. Another character that I'd like to do is Coralia. She's a very interesting person, but I definitely think I need to learn how to make things glow and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that's on my list of things to learn, and I will show you guys my learning process with it. That's kind of what's cool about it, is that even though the work that I'm doing, the art that I'm doing isn't fantastic, you can see my learning process, so that's good. Yeah, this braid is shocking. I do change it a little bit, but all in all, the braid isn't that good. But that's fine. It's fine. So yeah, just doing the line art. The line art's very, very messy. There's not really much I can do about it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Audery and her as a character. She is incredibly brave. She's a Gryffindor. She's brave and she's loyal, but she also is very headstrong and very emotional. She is quite reserved, but there's a lot of emotion going on inside her, and sometimes that comes out, but when it comes out, it's very fierce. She bottles everything for a while and then it all comes out in one. This hand is tragic. Let's not look at it. She has a brother. She has both of her parents, but she doesn't really have them. It's a lot in her backstory. I don't really want to give any spoilers. What else is there about her? She's not that intelligent. She doesn't really know a lot of stuff, but she's intelligent in terms of her worldview, I guess. She's open-minded, but sometimes she doesn't make the best decisions. She's always got good intentions, but she doesn't always have the best decisions. And she really, really values her relationships, but she's also a loner. She finds it very hard to create relationships, but once she does, she will keep them. The skin for this, I was actually quite happy with. I know, I'm happy with a piece of my art. Madness. But I was actually kind of happy with the way I did the skin. Obviously, there are things that I see that I could improve, but in terms of the actual painting of the skin, I was pretty happy with the outcome. Especially up here. I think down on her legs and her arms, I was less happy with, but up by her face, I'm happy with. Yes. I don't really know what else there is to say about her. There's a lot I could say about her, but it's all very spoilery, and perhaps one day I'll actually publish this novel. Who knows? And we'll see. You'll see more of her character, because there's a lot to her. I know her birth, I know her death, so I know everything about her. I don't know. There's only one point in her life that I don't really know what's going on, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there with it. Family is also very important to her, but she's quite reluctant at the same time. She's very insecure, is our Audery, but she's alright. So the actual creation of Audery, it's quite funny. She started off as a Harry Potter role-playing character back in 2010, and I needed a character, so I went on a name generator site and I got the name Audrey Brown, and I was like, okay. So I created her, and her original face claim was Emily D. Raven. So, you know, she's a lot different now, a lot different, and now her face claim is more Hayley Atwell in Pillars of the Earth. I know this doesn't look like anything like Hayley Atwell, so, you know, yep. But that's more of her face claim nowadays. So, just doing the hair. I see her so clearly in my head, which is why it's so difficult to translate. It's the same. I've got another character as well who's not part of that novel series at all. The other characters I mentioned are all part of that novel series, but a character that isn't part of that novel series is called Audery. She's more of a young adult, I guess also contemporary adult fiction novel character. And she's the same. I've got such a clear image of her in my head that I can't even find a face claim for her, because she is so clear in my head of how she looks, that every single person I come across, or every single time I try and draw her, it just doesn't feel right. There's actually a sketch of her in my sketchbook that when I do a sketchbook tour, you'll be able to see what she looks like, but it really doesn't. It's more a lot of the stuff that I find with characters is I find that I can do their energy or the way that they feel rather than the actual way that they look. Does that make sense? So there might be an image that kind of looks a little bit like Audery or looks a little bit like Audery, and it doesn't look entirely like them, but the energy and the emotion of the piece is very much like them. That's kind of more what I rely on. So yeah, lighting is another thing I need to work on. I'm kind of just winging it at this point with lighting, to be fair, or to be honest. But it is something I definitely need to work on, and I tried to do a little bit more adventurous with the lighting here. So something I haven't mentioned about Audery is that she is magic. I don't like using the word magic because in her world they don't say magic. It's called Churai, which is this kind of, it's the life source and everything, and some people have the power to manipulate it, and Audery is one of those people. She was not born like it, but blah blah blah, protagonist, story, stuff, etc. And this is the Churai that she has here in her hand. It's kind of this silvery white, ever moving kind of thing. When I paint Corelia, I guess I'll be able to say a bit more about the lore of Churai, because her character is very much about and only about Churai. Her entire character is Churai related, so if you're interested in that, then watch out for that speed paint that will come, I don't know when, but sometime in the future. So yeah, this is the kind of shoddy lighting that I'm trying to do. It's fine. It's fine. I just keep telling myself it's fine. In terms of actually writing the novel, I'm not getting anywhere at the moment. I'm in a massive writer's block, and I have been for about 2 years. Maybe I'll try and break out that, but at the moment I'm redirecting my creative energy into doing art. So yeah, I'm also going to fix her legs, because her legs look very bulky right now, but I'm definitely going to fix them in a minute. And after that, it's the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. There we go, legs fixed. Bye.